Good afternoon and welcome to our final launch day for NeverNude Coveralls. Thank you to everybody who is bearing with me. As usual, there is some kind of technical difficulty at the beginning of a broadcast, and I have to say that I am just so grateful to be here and that I have been able to do this week. I have so much respect for people who do this on a regular basis, going live and talking to a camera and not trying to read my notes. It has been a learning experience, and I am just in awe now at the people that I see online regularly making this happen. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our launch, whether you're watching the recap, making comments, adding yourself to the group. It's just so wonderful to see the conversation starting around this. So, today is our final live launch day. We're going to do a summary of everything we learned this week. We're going to talk about the deals we have on right now, what you can do to support NeverNudes, even if you are not a coverall wearer, and where we are going in the future. So, to round up our final summaries, we have the end of bathroom anxiety. That's where we started. Bathroom anxiety is a thing. It is so important to be talking about when we go to the bathroom and if there are conditions where we can't and where we are struggling. This is key to your health. Health professionals will tell you that. But I was speaking with someone at the school drop off today who is an occupational therapist, and she was saying that even after hip surgeries in the hospital, she is usually the first one to ask the people who have had a hip replacement what their plan is at home for bathroom use. It is something you cannot go a day without. So I'm so happy to bring this into public view and conversation. And as a mom of three kids with two toddlers potty trained and a third one on the way, I thought I would escape this potty talk at work, to be honest. But I am very grateful to be the one to bring this into our discussion today. So, day two was talking about the 2022 CSA report on PPE and women's bodies and how it is so important to health and safety and mental well being to have PPE that fits correctly. So, whether it is functionality, whether it is fit, we are seeing women that are being injured more in the workplace because they don't have the proper gear. This is an invisible barrier. If you do not have gear that is suitable to your body to be able to function on site, you can't do your job right. I can remember even carrying buckets of concrete where the bucket handles were too long because I am not as tall as the average person or woman. And so I'm carrying 30, 40, 50-pound buckets of concrete that are dragging on the floor just because my arms are too short for the handle width. Proper safety equipment, proper equipment is important to get your job done and done well. Day three was about inclusion. Inclusive viewpoints, inclusive decision makers, people from all walks of life as decision makers are key. We want people who are making decisions that have a broad range of experience. Again, we brought up the book Invisible Women, and I will put a link to the Amazon page. I guess no affiliates on my part, but Invisible Women is just an amazing book that tells us how the design of our world has made it so we are in a world that's not designed for everybody who lives here. That doesn't mean it can't change. That doesn't mean there are concessions for people who didn't design, but it does mean that the people who were designing designed the way they knew how. So this book was literally what inspired me to take the idea of coveralls from my brain and from the water cooler chats. There is a line in there about coveralls. I couldn't believe it when I read it. I had one of those aha moments where I'm reading through and the topic was the Coast Guard. And they said, yeah, and women still do not have coveralls that they can use the bathroom in harsh conditions that still keep them safe and warm and unvulnerable, or as less vulnerable as possible in that situation. And I said, I can do that. Although my husband can probably attest, my I can do it spirit has got me into trouble more than once, usually tiling a bathroom. But it is something that has definitely helped me along the way because this has been a journey. You have been with me for the past 4 days. You might have seen ads on Facebook and LinkedIn for the past 2 weeks, but this has been a journey for 14 months to get my patent pending, for almost 4 years from the original date of this needs to be changed. And the interesting thing is, this is not something new. There have been various ideas since the 1980s in the patent office of people trying to get an idea like this started. And it shows that we are so lucky to live in a world with the internet and with this support. And we have so many initiatives of inclusion and I cannot think of a Pega's 30 by 30 for women engineers. That's something I've been watching since I graduated from university. And these are ideas that are in the public consciousness now. Let's move this forward. Let's make bathroom anxiety a thing of the past, or let's make it part of the conversation. Honestly, I challenge you to go look at your safety sheet at work and see if a bathroom is mentioned. The tailgate safety sheets that I have had from multiple companies on multiple locations, again, in fly in, fly out situations, bathroom needs were not mentioned. It was assumed that you could take care of that on your own or that you would find a way to make things happen. We want this to be talked about because if we don't talk about it, nothing is going to happen. There are 250,000 women in Canada in the mining and construction industries. We are working to get PPE that is functional and fitted, and I'm so excited to now finally publicly be part of this community and start this conversation. Next week, we are going to be at the Women in Engineering Summit. If you are in Edmonton, you will be able to come on and try a pair of coveralls. Find our booth. We are there. We're excited to be there. Something else, seeing your product that you've worked so hard on and had to keep secret due to patent issues on a 7-foot tall banner and to see it now plastered all over your internet pages. And I'm just so grateful to be here. Thank you for the support. Thank you to everybody who has seen or heard me talk about this for the last couple years. I'm so grateful to be here. Let's do a conversation now about how to get your team in coveralls. Now, we recognize here with the NeverNude Coveralls that every coverall need is different. You can have needs where you need to have a pocket for your air monitor. You can have needs for different fire ratings for your materials. We will adjust coveralls that you have purchased. Now, we can purchase brand new with you and partner with you on that, or for this time only, as we are starting up, we will accept good condition coveralls for alteration. The deal this week for the launch week is that it's $150. That's it, no more cost. We will pay your shipping in Western Canada. DM me for more details. If you are looking to outfit a whole team, You can buy 10 NeverNude Coverall alterations for the price of 9. Again, just DM me for more details. If you need to have your HR or your procurement involved, give me a message. I have presentations. I'm working with a mining partner right now. Hopefully in the next few months, I'll get to announce that on here too. I am hopefully going to be working with an engineering company in the near future here. This is for environmental engineers. I know you need protection on site. My best friend is an environmental engineer, and she wears coveralls every single time she steps onto a site. It is something that changes your daily life. Let us help you. Let us partner with you. We want to get you into these coveralls. If you have a willingness to partner with us, we are offering, just within the group, DM me for more details, we are offering 2 free coveralls, so alterations completely covered, for anybody that is willing to come and do testimonials and reviews. We need to have some reviews for our users that are not covered by our NDAs. So if you're willing to try on a pair of coveralls, I mean, they're free. Just send them our way. Give us a message. We are so excited to get this into the field. I can't believe that we are at the end of our launch week and that I've done this for 4 days straight. If you had told me last year at this time I would be on the internet talking live, I would have scoffed. But here I am, launching and having a YouTube channel for recaps and sending out photos. I have to say though, the photos, shout out to my brother-in-law, Daniel Haydock. He's a professional photojournalist who comes out every time I have an idea. And if you look at our cover photo, it is -35. It was a true Edmonton day in coveralls that day. And I appreciate him so much. I appreciate everybody, my family, who supported me to get to this point. And again, we have so many deals right now. We want you to be in these coveralls. We want you to experience that first moment where you think, where has this been my whole career? I needed these 10 years ago, because that was me. I needed them 10 years ago, and I want to provide that feeling for you. You need these coveralls. Let me get them to you. Thank you so much for all your support. And again, if you do not wear coveralls, but you still want to support us, the posts that you have put online, forwarding these posts to your message boards, sending them to people that you know that wear coveralls, it is so appreciated. And these seeds are bearing fruit. I'm so, so grateful, and thank you so much for being involved in our live launch of our new inclusive NeverNude Coveralls. I hope to see you in the future, and I hope that you have a fantastic weekend.